This is the information for 8th grade science for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of October. Here's the agenda for Wednesday. We'll go over Tuesday, we'll do a gizmo, you have homework, and then we'll talk about Friday's work. So on Tuesday, students were to read about physical and chemical changes after they took their lab assessment, and then they worked on some identifying events on physical or chemical change. Here are the answers. Again, if you need to pause this video at this time to complete and check your work and make corrections, please do so. 1 is a physical change because it's a change in shape. 2 was chemical, new substance was formed. 3 is a chemical, there was a change in heat. And 4 was physical, a change in state or phase. The more science lab focused ones, 1 is melting, that's a physical change. 2 is the formation of a precipitate, that is a chemical change. 3, it looks like it's forming a gas, that's a chemical change. 4 is a chemical change, there's a change in color. 5 is dissolving, that's a physical change. And then number 6, you're grinding it into pieces, that's a physical change. In class on Zoom on Wednesday, we'll watch a brain pop. Again, really focusing in on using evidence to support our answers. Chemical change evidence includes the formation of a gas, the formation of a precipitate, a change in energy, a change in temperature, and a change in color. They're also not easily reversed. Again, we're looking at chemical change. The students will work on a gizmo together. Here we're mixing baking soda and vinegar. Is a new substance formed? Yes, a gas is produced. If it was on a balance, do you think the mass would change? Yes. What would happen if it took place in a plastic bag? Since a gas is produced, it would probably puff up the bag, maybe even pop it. Here we're looking at chemical changes, making sure we remember the difference between a reactant and a product. In this example, we see that a gas again is produced and a chemical reaction has taken place because that is evidence of chemical change. When you'll work in your breakout rooms, you will be looking at the question, what kinds of evidence indicate a chemical change has taken place? So looking at all of those different kinds of evidence. I made a little mistake there. You don't have to do the same question again. So there's 5 different parts that you're looking at. You're looking at observing some more observations, analyzing and interpreting what you observe. You'll work in your breakout rooms for about 15 minutes. The answers are as follows. Here there was a change in heat for the first one. There was an exothermic reaction. Then we're looking at an indicator and we found that there's a change in the solution. It started off that it was neutral and then it turned into a base. We'll talk more about those words next week. Then we were collecting gas and gas was collected. Then we were analyzing the gas. What kind of gas was it? And then the splint, when we inserted it, goes out. There was a small pop, so that is hydrogen. And then we're trying to write in chemical formulas and write the equation. And so the answers are there. On Thursday, you'll look at conservation of matter. There are quite a few pages for you to go through. So you're reading through the information here. Again, reading through the information, knowing the difference between a subscript and a coefficient, and then looking at this work proposed by Lavoisier in 1789, the law of conservation of mass, also sometimes called the conservation of matter, and that says matter isn't created or destroyed in a chemical reaction. The mass of the products equals the mass of reactants. And here you can test that and determine that by looking at balanced equations. Sometimes you have to learn how to balance them. You'll need to go and watch this short video. The 7th grade expectation is if I give you an equation, you can say whether or not it's balanced. If you would like to extend or deepen your understanding, you can watch the video on how to balance equation that shows exceeding understanding of the 8th grade standard. And then to prove it, you have to have a closed system. A closed system is one where matter does not leave versus an open system. A candle in a jar would be a closed system, and a goldfish bowl would be an example of an open system. We've got different types of energy, thermal energy, chemical energy, and you've got practice assignment 9. On Friday, we've got a little video for you to watch on the chemistry of cookies, and then on the discussion, post 2 things. One thing you learned about the chemistry of cookies, and then your favorite type of cookie. Thanks for watching. Go back and watch some of this video if you need to, and have a great day.